All right, we're live. Rhino, being the abusive, blind motherfucker he is, he only communicates to us now through Google Speech, and Google Speech is ass, so we can't understand a fucking thing he's saying, so there's all kinds of confusion today. And so now we're left here with, oh, he can't do a show unless it's super early that no one can attend. So I decided to jump on the fucking grenade and host a show around the regular time. So that's why this is going on. So this is not quite Beer Dweebs, but it is. And we're not going to be doing our best of the year lists or whatever. That's going to be next week, apparently. So, la-di-da. How you doing, Joe?
I just walked in the middle of a rant, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing pretty good. How about yourself, Lee?
Not bad, not bad. We have the Google questions thing running, so if people actually are watching and they actually want to comment and leave questions, you can do it through the Google side of things. I don't know if you know how to do that. If you don't, then you're out of luck because I can't explain it to you properly, but if you do know how to do that, you can ask your questions and we'll get to them in short order. So
it's a pretty simple process. You go to Google Plus homepage, and if you see your stream, you hit the play button. It comes up in like a huge screen, and you can ask questions on the right side. I did it for you did the live reviews last week, and it worked extremely well. Actually, a lot better than I thought.
Well, here you see. Here's the difference, Joe. You actually are not stupid.
Well, that's debatable, baby. Come on now.
But most people who watch on YouTube are fucking morons. So if you are among the morons, the unwashed masses, that's how you do it. Joe just explained it properly. So there you go.
There are individuals out there, baby, that struggle with the new technology. I'm talking like the ladies' man that did a Dustin Rhodes. I don't know what's happening.
Yurt says he's trying to get on here. Apparently, is
hey, those fucking idiots / people who have trouble with new technology? Yeah, baby, that's you. That old man Murray, baby, Taku Murray, he struggles.
The confusion might be because I sent it to two different G Plus accounts, so maybe he's using the wrong one or something. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Because he's got two different ones for some stupid reason, the bastard.
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do? I saw your one post on Facebook where you said I think it was the Ed and the Secret Santa where you're like, I'm gonna get a Z stem at some point, or you definitely are. Pretty sure.
Great.
No,
well,
I hope so. That's the plan.
But I mean, the way I look at it now, I just saw those glasses that Guy just posted on Facebook.
Holy fuck, are those horrendous?
Those are the epitome of beer snobby douchebaggery. Like, god damn it! Like, fuck the world. It's just burn it, start over.
Yeah, I can't add any more. The fact that Guy was even using them, even to troll, which I approve of, is still should never own them. I don't care if they're a GIF. If they're a GIF, you smash them in front of whoever gave them to you. That's how that works.
I think they're cousin Pascal's. So
does that surprise you at all?
No, it explains how perverse and wrong those glasses are. Essentially, is what it is.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking terrible. They oh my god, I don't want to talk about it so bad.
When he posted the initial picture of him drinking from it, I thought he was just drinking from a juice box or something. That's what it looked like to me. I was like, okay, he had a stroke. He had a stroke.
I thought he just put a fucking straw in it. I'm like, what does he think he's funny or whatever? And then he posted a picture of the actual glasses and looked at him. This is possibly the worst thing I've ever seen on Facebook. And there's a lot of crazy shit I've seen on Facebook that's terrible. That might take the cake.
Yort's having a senior moment here with his
talk. It's pretty bad. It's almost as bad as Chad trying to use Google Speech, which he referenced, which I enjoyed.
I am here.
Oh man! Okay, so yeah,
you have a picture of Nick. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Badass. That confused me because I was looking for your account on Google Plus and I was like, that looks like Nick, but it says yours.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking stroke. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
But you see, you know what's worse than you know what's worse about complaining about Google Talk being so bad is using Google Talk to complain about how bad Google Talk is.
Fucking Google Talk. Unbelievable.
Was it Google Talk and Google Speech are different things, or are they the same?
Oh, I think Google.
Chat says Google Speech, but I don't know.
I stay away from the new technologies. I don't know.
Now, do you both don't have your camera on? Is that the case? Because I'm trying to figure out if it's my shitty connection or if it's Google Plus.
No, I just.
Do you want my camera on? There you go.
No, I was just. No, it doesn't matter.
I just figured this is more entertaining.
I was just making sure my connection wasn't shit because I'm like, I see Nick, which is you at this point, which is scary enough, and then Lee has his camera off, and I'm like, okay, so I went to the actual the YouTube link, and yeah, you guys are both showing, so I was just wondering as well. That's it.
Yeah, just having a bad hair day. Come on now, dude.
Yes. Yeah. Come on, Lee. What are you doing, baby? That's not cool. Yeah. Great.
All right, so let's go through our top 10 then.
Yeah, I got it all ready right here. Ready to go.
Fuck you, Chad.
Basically, number 1, Trafalgar. Number 2, Trafalgar. Number 3, Trafalgar.
Whatever version of the fucking shit-arena we had this year for the first time.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I actually didn't even finish my list. I only had my top 10 beers. I really didn't. I mean, I could have powered through because it's not rocket science, but you know.
So you were just gonna fake it tonight anyway.
No, I had I just wrote down we were doing whatever top 5 breweries and top 10 beers and I was gonna do. I didn't know what he wanted to do for the worst beers, and I wasn't gonna do the worst beers because in all honesty, yeah, this is the beer snobbery coming out of me. Not really, but I don't drink shit beers typically. There's so many good ones available. I don't usually just drink shit beers. I've had some shit beers this year, but I just don't drink them usually. So I was just gonna do top 5 most disappointing beers, and that was a little harder to find because you could still have a well-rated beer, but it might have still been disappointing based on hype or whatever.
No, I get that. That's sort of where I fall on it. Although I sort of relate it more to movies, where I'm trying to do a worst movies I saw this year list, where I'm kind of a sort of a safe viewer, where I did generally gravitate towards stuff I'm pretty sure I'm going to like anyway. So
yeah.
Why would you spend 2 hours or 3 hours watching Pitch Perfect 2? What the?
Because you're married, maybe.
I've never seen it.
Oh well, you should.
But Yurt's an alpha male in his house, and if his wife says we're gonna watch Pitch Perfect 2, he's like, "You're gonna get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich."
Yeah. That always says a sandwich. I love it.
Yeah.
And then.
No, I'd probably sit there and I'd be on my phone and be in the background and probably fall asleep, or I'd have a beer and read a book or something like that while it's on. But
yeah.
But what she wants, she gets.
I think it's different. I think all of us can agree to some extent. Like you look at Chad, who's he wants to try everything and everything under the sun when it comes to beers. Like I'm way past that, just because it's really not fun to drink shit beer. It's not something I look for. I mean, I'm not above being at a wedding and having to bust open fucking shit beer and drink it because it's the only thing available. I'll never be above that. I'm still below that actually, but it's one of those things where. Hey, I'm not going to go to the beer store and actively seek out shit beer just so I can, say, oh, I've had the shittiest beer. Or I need to try everything. It's too much beer to.
So you're not going to Terrio through it?
Oh, totally not. Although I did slay some shock top whales. I did.
Yeah.
I slayed the shit out of them. That twisted pretzel wheat. Tell you what, that's twisted pretzel wheat that Jay is so fond about. It smelled like a fucking straight up pretzel. It was mind-blowing how spot on it was, and then it tasted like a fucking subpar wheat beer with salt in it. That's what it tasted like.
Wow.
So I was like, it was like the nose was getting you pumped up, like, holy shit, this might actually be really good. And then I tasted it, I'm like, Yeah, it's tolerable like the rest, basically. is what it
Yeah.
comes down to.
They should have went for like salted caramel or something like that. That probably
Hey.
would have worked better.
That's what Genesee did, and you can attest, man. They made that salted caramel chocolate porter.
Oh yeah,
And
sure.
fucking, it was awesome. Everyone who has tried it that I know of is
Well, expectations were pretty low. To be fair.
Yeah, but it's still a fucking good beer. It's not bad. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. Good beer. Good beer.
It'd be interesting to see if, like we were talking about, like your disappointing beers of the year, and you have your surprising ones. If you went in ahead of time and said, I think I'm going to put this about a 3, and then, it ended up being a 4, and then if you did it for the whole year, how many of your, you can really sort of assess. Now you're sort of going on memory. Oh, yeah, it's better than I expected. Because I thought that one would be there for me, but like things like Julius, the opposite side of the spectrum, I thought it'd be like 5 beer and it was a 4. So that's one of the most disappointing beers I had all year.
So wasn't it 100 minus plus minus plus? It wasn't that?
No. Oh. and to be frank, those guys did ruin the beer for me because they just that in addition to all the shit they talked and their rate. I
think that's the unfortunate thing about hype. People fail to realize it gets you pumped up, but in a lot of respects it also brings you down because so many of them don't live up to the hype that when you go in to try them or you psych yourself up and it's just like, yeah, this is good, but what the fuck's the big deal? A lot of those are happening lately. I'll give you a perfect example. It's going to be on my top 10 most disappointing, most disappointing breweries of the year or whatever you want to call it. 3 Floyds, man. Now I've had like 10 beers from 3 Floyds at this point, and Zombie Dust is amazing. It's fucking amazing. I love it, right? Then there's a couple other. I really liked Alpha King. But dude, I had their Brewdew Harvest Ale, which is just their fresh Harvest Ale this year. I've had Yum Yum. I've had Gumball Head this year. I had like 4 or 5 different beers. They're good. They're good. I don't get the oh my god, one limit, oh my god, you gotta fucking know someone to get some. If it didn't say 3 Floyds on it and it was packaged under a fucking just a normal regular craft brewery, people wouldn't give a shit at all.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. They have they've been given sort of carte blanche to do whatever the hell they want, and to their credit, they can do whatever they want. They're the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
But people just gobble stuff up, and expectations always going high because they have done things like Zombie Dust. They have established and put out a benchmark like Dark Lord to get people to go drool over their stuff. But hey, good for them. But I agree with you. I stopped. I got a few beers there. It's like Yum Yum was okay. I expected something. I don't know. I expected more. And I got a few other things. But yeah, you're right. This year, the new ones I had from that never blew me away. So it's not even. I wouldn't say disappointment. I just I don't know. They're not really pushing the envelope, or they're not really moving the needle. Not like guys like Great Lakes who are constantly putting out new IPAs and all. Like I'm having an awesome one right now, which is Life Sentence.
Yeah,
really good.
You liking that, huh? Greg Creeps in his pants. Greg Creeps.
I think this one went in the magical fridge. I got this from Greg, and I had another guy I met recently who was just down in the area, and he gave one to me. I didn't know he had one. And it was good. I liked it. Then all of a sudden I got this other one from Greg, which must have been in the fridge because this one's actually really good. Better than I remember the last one being. So there's something to the matching.
Yep. At Premiere today, there were 3 guys, and they were filling up their they had 2 carts, and they're full of shit. So first of all, I'm thinking out of town, but mostly I'm thinking Canada, right? Like they got to come from Canada. And then one guy was wearing a hat, and I couldn't see what it was. And when he turned around, it's a fucking Wellington hat. So they were browsing wherever. I didn't say anything, and I go to check out, and they're actually next door to me, and I was just like, I just went, nice hat there, buddy. And he looked at me and he goes, oh yeah. He goes, I go, are you from Canada? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, I'm like, oh, what'd you guys pick up? And he just goes, all the loggers. I'm like, you hilarious. What? No, he's just joking around. I'm looking at his fucking cart. And I'm like, I don't see any loggers.
But it's a Wellington hat, so I wouldn't think he knows any better to get, you know.
I started talking to them on like, because they had fucking probably 80 beers. I don't know. It took them like a half an hour to get through the checkout. But I'm talking to them, and we talked about Chad's Fest, because I asked them if they're gonna come back to it this year, and they're like, I guess so. I don't. I'm like, they had no idea. And the guy that was there, heavier guy with red hair, he was the dude that was serving at Chad's Fest last year. He's the one that Matt actually ended up getting a bunch of the beers from at the end of the thing. And I even mentioned, I'm like, yeah, one of my buddies was there, and you ended up giving him all the beer at the end. He's like, did I? I guess I did. And I'm like, okay, he doesn't remember. But the only nugget of information that they said, which was random, they said they put the chocolate milk stout in bourbon barrels. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but like, I'm like, that beer is pretty thin. I'm like, that's gonna be.
That sounds suspicious.
I'm like, ooh. But yeah, they were like, oh, come up to see the brewery and blah blah blah, and you could hit up, And I was like, I wanted to go up and see Inocente and Dev at some point, and a couple other ones, but I was like, I'm not taking a trip for Wellington.
Yeah. Oh, so they actually worked there. I thought you were just wearing a hat. Like,
you were the brewer and the guy that serves this, probably just whatever you want to call him.
I'm the guy who licks the back of the stickers we put on our cans, eh?
Pretty much. No, they were cool guys, but they, I would say it was weird, because it was just like fucking 3 guys from Wellington, all of them just fucking buying beer. I'm like, it was just, I was like, all right, that's cool.
All right, see you later there, Minimum Joe. We gotta take off now.
Yeah, I go, fucking right, boys. Buy up all that beer, eh, you hosers? Yeah, it was good times.
How about the nerve on that guy talking to us? Oh no, we got 3 viewers here. We're going back and forth here. The Q&A is live on Google. If you know how to figure it out, if you're not a complete another fucking moron, start asking questions, interact.
So, Joe, did you actually spy what was in their thing? Did you gain any respect for them? Like,
they picked up like one of every single cut beersmiths. They had they had your favorite. They had like all stone stuff, so I totally respect them right off the get-go. No, they had a lot of good shit. They like I said, they had, I shit you not, they had an entire cart just full. The fuck is that? They had an entire cart full. They had to have 70 or 80 beers in like these 2 carts. It was a fucking, and they had a lot of good stuff. So when he was like lagers, I looked at the cart and I'm like, lagers, huh? Those are some really good non-lagers. Like, I'm sure you might have a Baltic Porter that maybe was lagered in there somewhere, maybe an IPL or 2, but if like...
This is a Kolsch, eh?
Yeah, it's a Kolsch. Nice. Maybe there's a Kolsch and a Baltic Porter, and that's
an alt beer in there, Joe.
Oh, there's a fucking alt beer, guys. I should have asked them if they were making an alt beer.
It's our new specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that style is trending right now.
Fucking trending downwards off of a cliff. Yeah, that's fucking going. No, it was. It's funny because I've seen guys in there from the college, the teaching college. Like, they're obviously, when they're coming to the States, they're loading up, but they always travel in like packs. It's hilarious because they're coming from the brewery and there's always at least 3 or 4 of them. It's just insane to me. It's like usually just don't see one dude, and they're always wearing their fucking brewery's merchandise, whether it's a hat or a shirt or something. But what's funny is, like, in all honesty, not to be a dick, but to kind of be a dick but still not be a dick, no one who knows who the fuck Wellington is in Buffalo. Like, they're probably down here and like they're incognito and they're like, yeah, whatever. There's a boot on my fucking hat. Great times. And I'm like, Wellington. They're like, what? No, that's not us. This crazy stuff. Like the teaching college says, Niagara Teaching College right on like their shirt. Wellington, it didn't say that. It's just a fucking logo.
Maybe they're hoping to go to the Blue Monk or whatever. Someone actually, they always hope to be recognized. If that's where they work and they're wearing this stuff, I'm like, oh, hopefully someone strikes up a conversation. Not that they recognize them personally, but the logo. We talk about our brewery. It's unless they don't have another single hat to wear. Mm-hmm. I mean, but if it's free, eventually it may be all that you have left out.
I made sure to let them know I didn't know any of their beers' names. They're like, oh, did you have anything for our brewery? I'm like, bourbon barrel aged imperial stout, bourbon barrel aged barley wine, chocolate milk stout. And every time I would say something, they'd be like, oh, that's Sputnik. oh, that's Frostquake. I'm like, yeah, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. I don't remember. No, they're like, have you had the trailhead pale ale? Is that what it is? And I was like, no, I've never had any of your base stuff. Does their base stuff make it even to like the LCBO?
Yeah, I mean they're Russian Imperial Stout. It's in cans, and they have a.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah, that's probably their best beer that I've had from them. In all honesty,
they have a bitter, and they have a some really basic stuff in cans.
Nice. Not Your Father's ginger ale has arrived, Ewart. I know you're a big fan of that.
Ooh.
Don't care.
No, that's a whale, bro. Don't fuck around. That's a whale.
That's a diseased fucking whale.
Oh, man.
It'll be sick.
There are so many fucking root beer beers now. Budweiser's made one now. It's called the Best Damn Root Beer.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
There's one called from Root Cellars. I don't know who Root Cellars is. They're making ones like 6.7%, so they're going kind of like the more pungent one. And then with that ginger ale, there was a Not Your Father's ginger ale, and then like Hardy's made one. It just says alcoholic ginger ale on it. It's like that, dude. It's crazy that is now what places are doing. Like it's all the alcoholic soda pops.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Ginger ale, root beer, Saranac, my favorite brewery of all time. They make soda pops. They make an orange cream. They make a black cherry. They make a root beer. They all have hard versions of them now available.
See, that's for the really lazy frat boy who doesn't want to mix their own fucking girly drinks.
Yeah, that's actually spot on. It's probably who are buying them. In all honesty, I mean, there's probably a market there, but it's already getting saturated. Like, how many hard root beers does one need?
Yeah. Bro, totally got some grain alcohol. What are we gonna mix it with? I've got some Fanta and some fucking Snapple here, dude. Let's fucking get that going.
Bro, not the Fanta. I got the Sunkissed Orange. And it's like, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Got some of that purple stuff, brother.
Oh, Aaron said Trailhead was a Vienna lager.
Oh,
you know what Trailhead is? Nothing. I didn't consume it. I don't plan on consuming it. I don't want to consume it, and I shouldn't consume it. And neither should anyone else.
Vienna lagers are good, though. Come on, now.
Vienna lagers aren't bad.
They're better than Marzens for the most part.
They're better than fucking alt beers. I'll tell you that much. Beer Zerker wants an invite.
I gave him a fucking invite, the fucking coward.
See what happens. See what happens, Donald.
You're making me mad, dude. I'll put it up there again. Beer Zerker. There's only one on my list. If it's not you, then you are imposter, sir.
I sent him the Facebook link because he's Beer Zerker.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that directly through Google doesn't seem to work with him because he's on some weird different plane where every time he comments on one of my videos, I have to approve it on the spam filter for some fucking reason.
Because he's fucking Beer Zerker, that's why. I mean, that's the only reason I can think of.
I think he wires his internet through his fucking helmet, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, man. Great times. So how was everybody's it's Christmas. How was everyone's Christmas? That's what I'm going to say. How's it?
I'm so offended right now. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, mine was good. Laid back, easy, it was nice.
Just like the way Ewart likes his women.
Mm-hmm. Or men.
After he Bill Cosby's the punch bowl.
Cosby actually got
Did he?
Yeah, and I think PA. They opened up a case from like 2003 or something, and they arraigned him today, I think. So finally, like the first shoe has dropped.
Oh, geez, we got Bylog on here.
Is this the cool guy chat?
No.
You're
on here, what the fuck?
Yeah. Greg, if it was the cool guy chat, you just brought it down about 18 levels.
That's right.
We are now the average chat. The average guy chat.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons, It's -2 against the Cyclops. That was my nerd impression.
Wow.
I thought you were having a stroke, just to be honest.
He regressed to age 13 all of a sudden. He just had a stroke.
If I regressed to age 13, I'd be masturbating right now.
Oh, let's face it, you're probably going to be masturbating any moment now anyway.
That's why I'm only from the waist up.
Yeah, you don't need to regress at all.
I can't see his right hand anyways. Where's your right hand?
Do you honestly want to see his right hand?
No, my right hand is for the mouse. The left hand is for the jack.
Too much information. Or not enough. Either way you look at it.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that you got Nick as your fucking profile. Every time I look down, I'm like, hey, Nick, what are you drinking? And I'm like, it's not Nick. Totally not Nick.
I just didn't see that before.
Oh, man. It doesn't show up on YouTube, though. It doesn't.
No, I know. I just noticed that. I don't know. Of course, Google Plus, thanks again for earning a good joke.
Well, you can always just turn your camera off.
Yeah, but even we only can see it. It doesn't show up on Google Plus or YouTube. It just shows like the blank,
does it?
Profile pic. Yeah.
Oh, that's sucky.
Yeah, so it's like an awesome troll that isn't gonna work.
Yeah, great. So what is everyone drinking tonight anyway? We didn't even really ask that question. So
water, trusty water. Going the pussy route. Pussy route.
Goddamn bitches, man.
Well, today's going to be a fun day for me because I started a Double Tempest earlier, 2015. Didn't finish it, so I got half a bottle of that left. And then I'm going to open the 2014 that I have waiting to do my vertical. So I'm gonna drink a bottle and a half of Double Tempest tonight.
So over under on you being coherent anytime soon?
No, he's going to drink 2 bottles because he'll finish the 14 and then finish the 15, right?
Yeah, well, no, but the 15 the 15 I drank. I started it yesterday, so it's been in the fridge overnight. Hopefully, it's still okay.
It's probably even better now, isn't it?
Like a stopper in there or something?
Yeah, well, I sealed the cap back on, so not sealed. I put it on hard.
Oh, real hard? You pushed it on there? You pushed it real hard?
You
stay in there, carbonation
in there.
No. Yeah. So it'll be fine. I find stouts like that are usually okay to keep a day or two in the fridge. But yeah, well, I made the mistake of I was at a party last night and I had already drank like equivalent to like 8 to 10 beers over the course of the evening, and then I got home like, hey, I'm gonna open a Double Tempest now, and then I drank half of it. I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
You are a terrible decision maker based on that story.
Yep.
At least he had the wherewithal to recap the damn thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's nothing worse than like getting into an awesome beer just before you go to bed and you only drink like a quarter of it and then you forget about it and you wake up the next morning and it's sitting there open on your fucking table. It's like, oh fuck.
Or you could do that to Rogue's maple bacon beer and just not care. It's terrible.
Well, it's like the thing I have done before is I've been drinking like some nice bourbon or scotch or something nice, and then I have like I have a tendency to give myself very generous pours. Then like halfway through, I just get tired and I go pass out, and then in the morning I'm like, stuff's no good anymore. It's all gross and oxygenated.
Well, Greg.
Oxidized.
Yeah, oxygenated? Is that
oxidized? Yes.
Oxygenated.
I caught myself on that one. Mr. English Professor Joe.
It's not English, dude. It's not an English issue.
Oh god, oxygenated. I love it.
But hey, Greg, thanks for this one, buddy.
Oh, you're welcome. You like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
What's it say? Life of Senility? Is that what it said on the can?
No, it's life sentence. It's what happened when he got married.
Oh, yeah, well, then senility is actually a fucking parole at that point.
Yeah. Oh, well. Senility's not so bad.
I can't believe that's all Chinook hops, though. That's crazy to me. Yeah. That's absolutely crazy that beer is all Chinook based on what you guys are talking about, because I didn't think Chinook could provide those types of flavors, baby.
I'm on the old Boxing Rock Red Ale now.
I love the stuff because it drinks to me like a high ABV regular IPA or perhaps a double IPA, but it's 10% and it's a triple IPA. It's like even Agnes had a little bit and thought it wasn't bad, which for her is like huge praise.
She was just being nice, Greg.
Yeah, she's not usually that nice.
She was like, Greg's so excited. Now, do I break his heart and tell him this stuff is absolute trash? Or do I say it's okay and tolerable? And then he gets happy and tells everyone every week. What happens? She went the nice route. I appreciate it. She's not a troll, Greg.
Well,
He said, well.
I mean, it certainly did take her saying that definitely did take the edge off that I caught her cheating on me earlier that day, so she had to do something nice for me.
She didn't even compliment you. She complimented the beer you were drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been something nice, and you chose her to have a shitty beer. Could have been anything else. But hey, whatever. You know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I've somehow been doing this balancing act for 8 years, so.
Fucking Greg.
Look, I got new headphones. I got them for Christmas. They're very comfortable.
Your headphones.
That's pink. That's pink, right?
It is red. It is a very manly color.
That is not red.
It is red.
That is not red.
Totally red. See, red.
Not this thing.
That is.
That looks
That's
like
okay.
licorice to me.
Well, that's okay. Even if it was pink, pink is considered a manly color in Japan. So
That's that is strawberry licorice at best, is what that is.
Strawberry licorice is pretty fucking good. Your headphones has prompted Aaron to ask, or more of a statement. I guess it's a combination of both. He says, "Why does Bylog look like a helicopter pilot?"
Because I am.
And that's what my exact response was, because he is. And this was like 5 minutes ago. So
There you go. There you go. Joe and I are on the same wavelength.
no, we're not. Maybe a little bit.
Maybe on the level of I'm a pilot.
Well, my mom always did say I was special.
She was correct.
In more ways than one.
So are we doing lists tonight, or are we saving that for next week now?
No, we're saving it for Rhino's show next week because he'd probably bitch about it all week if we didn't. So.
Well, then why wouldn't we do it? That would be the best way to get this show started. You just do the list, and then next week he's all pumped up. Everyone's like, we already did them last week.
Although, to be fair, if we did do it and he complained, he'd be doing it through Google Speech all fucking week, and we wouldn't understand a fucking thing he said.
God. When we had that conversation earlier, I actually was using Google Speech, and it didn't fuck up once for me. Now, I can understand if he's trying to, like, say brewery names and styles of beers. I don't think Google Speech is going to pick up, like, Inocente. Like, for example, I don't think it's going to, pick up certain things like, fucking Berliner Weiss. Like, so it's one of those things where you get angry at something that you probably shouldn't get angry at, because if it was in Google Speech, that'd be amazing. So if you just keep it to simple stuff and enunciate and not have a mouthful of marbles, you probably work out okay for you. Worked out okay for me.
Yeah, because I shouldn't have to spend 5 minutes reading a little block of text and trying to decipher what he's talking about.
No, no one should have to do that. Like I said, I think Guy is more coherent in general day-to-day life than Chad is on Google Speak. Google Speak.
Your evil twin is already here, Nick.
Oh my God, there's 2 Nicks now.
That's got to be creepy for Nick. He's going to always look down and be like, what? I'm not taking a picture right now.
What it's going to be, though, is if he actually starts taking a picture right now tonight, it's going to be like fucking Google Hangout Inception. It's going to be like a different layer, man.
You mean, did you say if? Because it's going to be when if you didn't say when. It's going to happen.
Lost a lot of its carbonation, but not all of it.
No, so
I actually can see some. I can see some on the camera. I mean, the camera's not even that great. Like I get the picture, and I can still see some carbonation coming up the sides.
Oh yeah, no, it's just as good as it was yesterday. And I must say, you know what? Actually, having this a month after it came out, it is smoothed out quite a bit. It's not as boozy as it was when I had one, like right when it came out.
It's that fucking magical fridge that only apparently helps out Great Lakes beers,
Exactly.
but add Amsterdam to the list.
Well, you never know. Amsterdam and Great Lakes have done some collaborations lately, so maybe there's some yeast jumping from one to the other, and cross-pollination.
Wait, cross-pollination? Were they hermaphrodites? What?
Oh my
There's
god.
nothing wrong with a hermaphrodite.
Are you fucking serious?
If I was a
right now?
hermaphrodite, you could tell me to go fuck myself, and I'd be like, with pleasure, kind sir.
You'd be like already there.
Yep.
All right.
So, did Chad end up having to work tonight, or what? Anybody know?
No, I don't know.
I had to take a long poop break.
Well, here's the thing. Even if he tried to tell us, we wouldn't be able to understand it anyway. So.
Ouch. Well, hey man, it's new technology. It's beta testing, obviously.
Okay,
Final
so
testing.
Matt actually left a comment on, not through the Q&A, but he left it on just through the Google Plus side of things. And Average Joe might have to be changed to Stalker Joe, getting his welly stocking on, creeping on some boot-hated ginger. Nice hat, bro. Super creep.
Fucking right. I was asking them for free beer like you did, Matt, but they didn't have any. They only had the beer that they bought, and that wasn't free, so. It's unfortunate. I totally wanted to get the Vienna Lager. I was really disappointed about that.
While you were there, you should have interviewed them and asked them if it was a good platform.
No, I did. Oh, yeah, I should have busted out the cell phone and just been like, oh, you guys think this is you think our Premier Gourmet in Buffalo is a good platform to get the name out about your brewery?
Yeah.
That no one here fucking knows? Yeah, no? Is that happening? No,
So
yeah.
what can you tell us about Bose there, Tits McGee? What's going on?
Any plans in the works for an alt beer, maybe? Dude, the greatest thing will be is if Mash Battle shows up to Shad's Fest and has an alt beer again.
I hope they do, and I hope they
I still won't try it. I'm gonna walk over there and be like, "Yo, I'm totally not gonna drink the fucking alt beer. What are you guys doing?"
I hope they actually they watch this and they actually name it after you. It'll be called like Joe's Secret Liquid or something.
Hey, I'm all right with that. I will never drink it. Fuck alt beer. Well, the best thing about it is it's not even technically an alt beer. It's like a variation of an alt beer, like an updated, look at Americanized alt beer. And I'm like, at that point, just make something else. Either make it like a traditional alt beer that no one wants to drink, or make a different style.
Well, maybe they're just very good at making alt beers. Maybe they don't know how to make other stuff, so they want their best to shine. Would you rather, Joe, an excellent alt beer or a shitty IPA?
Actually, they have like 4 beers on Untapped, and 2 of them are alt beers. So you might be right.
Wow.
You might be right.
It almost sounds like they, were starting to make a lager and fucked up, and then we're starting to make an ale and fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like I don't even know if they actually have a physical location. I think they may just be like a couple guys in a basement or something.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's legal though.
Is that what you think about their alt beer? Alt beer's really good, but it just tastes like 2 guys in a basement made it.
Actually, I don't think I had the alt beer. I had their pale ale. It was okay. It wasn't amazing.
I think alt beer is like the #1 recipe on the Cooper's kits. It's like the first one up. So they're just going to work through the lineup. Like they're doing like one of those beer passports, like a Cooper's passport. And they're going to do each one and sell it.
Oh my god. You got fucking Craig too probably doing.
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to come up with the name.
Guys, I'm gonna teach you.
Craig two's their mentor.
Hey guys, I'm gonna teach you how to make a great alt beer for 7 cents a glass. Here we go. Fucking guy.
He's a nice guy, but man, is he ever like fucking just totally brainwashed by fucking homebrew kits.
Yeah, especially Cooper. He's a big fan.
Yeah.
Aaron says, heading to Bar Hop, they're gonna drink a flight of alt beers, then get some cellared alts.
Sounds like a plan, dude.
He also says Mash Paddle has a space, they just won't ever open it. It's a plan, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. Well, there's like brewers around here, the same thing too. Like Midian, they've been to festivals, they've been to Toronto for cast days, and their space isn't open. They don't sell anything to the public. It's just they go to festivals, so I'm not sure what their incentive is. And then I also got notice that there's a brewery. Joe has had their stuff cotton they just finally got their space opened.
Oh, really?
They were selling their beer at like markets, like farmer markets and stuff like that. You know, they're kind of doing like a licensing. Now they actually have a space that's finally they got their permit finally. So it's just.
They do that maple. What was it, like the maple bacon porter? I think, right?
Maple pecan. Bacon.
Maple bacon. Yeah, that was the one you took you took the picture in front of their sign. You're like, yeah, with your 2 thumbs up.
Maybe I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember anything, bro, because you're freaking old man Murray.
Joe, that doesn't sound like me. This is so juvenile. God.
I remember he's like, hey, take a picture of me, and I'm like, okay. And you were so happy about that maple bacon porter, and we had it. And we're like, it's all right.
Well, I think it was maple pecan, though.
I'm looking right now. It's maple bacon porter. But good job knowing the Michigan breweries and what they sell.
Well, it was 1,000 of them and 5,000 beers. I'm not going to remember them all.
Well, you should. You drank them all.
You are Mr. Michigan.
My top 5 breweries are all Michigan, by the way. So, just so you know, it's more just.
Are you going to be able to remember them all next week, or what's going on?
I wrote them down I scribed them on the back of something somewhere.
All right.
With my quill and ink.
You know what? I'm going to see if I have that picture, and I'm going to put it on the screen, because I'm pretty sure I do on my phone.
I just want to remind, we're sort of like fluctuating here between like 4 to 6 viewers at any given moment. If you're just new coming into this, if you go through the Google Plus side of this thing instead of watching on YouTube, you can leave comments either under the event page thing, or just under the whatever post comes up in the fucking stream. I'm actually monitoring that shit. So if you want to interact and put stuff in there, we're doing that tonight. We're doing that tonight.
Just to prove I wasn't lying.
Oh, what the fuck?
The fuck is that?
Well, let's just put this.
That's Ewart pointing to the Cotton Brewing sign. That's what that is.
That's what Ewart looks like without a beard?
Yeah, that's weird.
Jesus.
But it said maple. It says maple bacon porter. He's pointing to it. He has because he was like, hey, take a picture. It's hilarious. And I'm like,
put that up there one more time, there, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, present Joe to us.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'll take a second.
He's no longer average, Joe.
I'm being presented. This is stupid.
Oh boy.
Hang on, let me get it back.
It's only for the lulz. It's not because
I don't know why I took it away
with you.
See, the thing is, you totally doesn't believe me, but it happened.
Well, I'm sure it happened. We see, like, no beard, no memories.
Let's see.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah. The real funny thing is, like, before it sort of focused in, it looked like you had cornrows going on, and I was like, what the fuck is going on in there?
I like how you have your fucking sunglasses down like a douche nozzle. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it.
What time of day was that at? I'll just ask you that. What time of day?
It wasn't that late into the fest. It might have been like a couple hours in, but you weren't that toasted. You weren't like you were at the end of the fest where you were stumbling at the fucking bus stop and I thought you were gonna fall down a half dozen times, and then you fucking lost one of your good friends and we were like, hey, we should go get Derek. You're like, you know what? Fuck Derek. Like, what do you mean? He's gotta get back home. And then like the next day you're like, oh, he almost didn't make it home. What the fuck? You were that fucked up, but you were getting there.
Derek is my senior by a few years, several years in fact, and so he can get home just fine.
I don't think anyone's your senior.
Even older than Old Man Murray.
Yeah, he's like he's like ancient Murray.
Wow.
So wait, okay, you're asking what time of the day is that picture was taken? What are you, a fucking vampire? Is that what you're saying? Like, what's going on here?
I was melting.
No, the fest starts at 1, and then just things progressed
12.
and
12. We get in at 12.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. I think Nick's finally gotten my joke.
Let me see if it actually has the details on it. I'll tell you exactly what time that was. No. It was actually 1:05 p.m. So it was an hour into the fest.
So Douche Ferratu hadn't risen from his crypt yet.
Yeah, so hey, listen, the first hour in, a lot of damage is done. I will tell you this much.
Yeah, That's the thing, because at that fest you get in an hour early if you like the Michigan Beer Guild members, which is totally worth it. It's like $50 for the year, but you get into every fest you go to an hour early, and it's worth it because even if you only drink 6 beers, and most of us are hammering out like 8 to 10, there's like no lines at any of the places, like none. You just walk in, a couple places, I guess, the hyped places, but you get so fucked up drinking like 12% samples, you get like 8 to 10 of them, that by like the second hour, you need food or you end up like you were pointing at fucking brewery signs in the total douche knob.
It is a great deal, though. $50 for that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
as long as you know, see, I don't know Michigan beer that well, so I need somebody like you or eSpot to guide me to all the good spots.
They put out like a PDF file, like or you can go to their website and they get a list. And really, I don't know it that well, but like some of them just sound amazing. Like that's a maple bacon porter. I'm going to try it. Like that's what I'm going to try because it sounds different, and it's just not like here's our IPA or just our regular stout or whatever. That's kind of what you go for. Like the 2 years in a row now, you and I hit up Greenbush right off the bat. They bring the hot dog beer, and they have a bunch of barrel aged stuff, and you can just sit at Greenbush's fucking place for like a half an hour and just try stuff. It's well worth it.
Nice.
Yeah. And a lot of times, I mean, you're supposed to only get a couple ounces, but Joe, what do you get? Most times you get like 4 ounces, maybe more. I don't know. I mean, some places will give you a full pour. Some places they do cheap out on you a little bit, but
it all depends if they're not big. Most of the thing that I notice is if they're not busy or they don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of interest. They don't have a lot of interest. They will just be like they'll give you free pours. I got like 3 free pours at the one we went last year or this past year. I don't know. It's you don't use up all your tokens. I came with like 10 extra tokens. They give you 15, and I went home with like 18 of them, so I don't even know how many I used. like not many. But they have the same law as New York State, where like you can't get something for free when it comes to like with the beer fest. You have to give them something, so you give them fucking fake coins or whatever, tickets. But most places, it's not like Chad's Fest, where at the end of the day they. Whatever, how many tickets you sold, that's your payout. They don't care. It's just basically law. So most places are like, you give me a ticket, cool. If not, I don't really care.
Yeah, well, the fest for them is what a fest is supposed to be, is to promote their brewery and their beer. And, when if you have people lined up for their stuff, or if you do time releases, that creates a little bit of a hype. There's all kinds of stuff to draw up attention. But the tickets and that sales, does very little unless you're really tiny and you really need every penny, to keep things going.
Yeah, it feels like to me if you go to a fest to make money, that fest is gonna be an expensive fucking fest.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why. I think what you're saying, you were about like getting your name out there. I think I always complain about the brewers bringing their regular lineup. Like I mentioned it about Chad's Fest. Like if I can walk down to the local LCBO and get whatever Wellington is bringing, we'll just use them as an example. I don't know why, but like say you can walk down and get their Trailhead or their Russian Imperial Stout or whatever. What the fuck? Like, I want something to entice me to come to the brewery or, like, seek you out. But at the same time, I get it. I get why they're bringing their normal stuff because they want to show people what their base lineup is and you're trying to get your name out there. But nowadays, I think you want to hype your brewery up, you got to bring those fucking specialty beers because you want people talking about you. You want people interested in you. And nowadays, the regular lineup's not going to cut it to hype your brewery up and bring in a lot more people because there's so many breweries and everything. All these places have a regular lineup that's very similar. So what makes you stand out from the next brewery over is kind of what it's come down to at this point.
It's kind of a balancing act too, isn't it? Some of these breweries, they might be breweries that are kind of small and they don't really make a lot of their specialty stuff. So they're kind of like weighing, like, should we even bring it here because we're not going to make any money off it, or should we just bring what we have in excess, which is our regular shit? So that also has to be taken into consideration too, especially for like first-time breweries that are like coming into a festival or something like that. Like they probably don't know the score and they can't afford to be throwing their cherry blasted imperial chocolate fucking covered bullshit stout, in there.
Don't talk about 5 paddles like that.
Oh my god.
I hear you. Like, it is definitely a balancing act. Depends on how big your system is, right? Too. Like, if you can afford to put a little 6 keg out at a fest and carry a little bit at the house, that's great. That way you can take care of your locals and promote your stuff. But like, for example, Pigeon Hill, Joe, that had your mama French toast, right?
Oh yeah, that shit was good.
Really, really good beer. They had a time tapping, and I totally forgot about them. I saw these guys in line. I'm lucky to find them again, and so I had some of that. But like that, it was so good. I'm like, I gotta get a bottle of this, and they had a bottle release that got my attention. I'm like, shit, I will. I was actually up in that side of the state anyways for Black Friday, but like, I will make the effort to go there. They sold out before we could, but it's like that will get people there. That will get people paying too much. Probably overpaying for certain stuff. Right? But hey, it works. It definitely works.
Yeah, and the other side of the coin, of course, is if you are like a really small brewery, maybe you're just making, like, if you're only a few barrel system or something like that, maybe you're just making a small batch for the festival exclusively. And this is sort of a teaser to what is coming in the future at our brewery. So come check us out, like in 2 weeks, and we'll have more of this on tap or something,
Absolutely. Like Greenbush is known for that. They'll do. I remember there's festivals they put out like 30 beers, 40 beers of the regular stuff, barrel aged version of that, whatever this barrel aged version, and eventually hits bottles even in limited amounts or on tap in limited amounts. Holy cow, what's going on here? But yeah, they
shot.
They follow that model though, big time.
So, Nick, what are you drinking right now? If you are drinking anything,
supper. I'm having iced tea. But
you
crack this open here in a bit. It's a Warsteiner.
Warsteiner, all right.
Oh boy.
Now, I will show you the other thing I'll be drinking.
All right.
I'm prouder of this one. Check this out tonight.
Talisker. Oh, he's dipping into some of the big stuff now.
Yeah, it's a very tasty scotch.
Nick's gonna be all fucked up, bro.
These two, the Crown Royal Northern Harvest.
Oh yeah,
that's the one that's sold out at all the LCBOs. You can't get it anymore.
Yeah, thank you for supporting our brands, Nick. Thank you.
Hey, I bought a bottle of Canadian Club 12 as well.
Thank you for supporting our brands, Nick.
It's Hiram Walker you work for, isn't it?
Yes, but guess who owns Canadian Club? Suntory Beam, not us.
Oh, shit.
We co-pack it for them, so we get like a little sliver just to keep our doors open.
But you know what?
Thanks for the toilet paper.
No, but you know what? I saw that Lot 40 was recently featured on Mr. Lee's channel, and he gave it an A+, so that's free advertising. Like, literally tens of people saw that.
I'll say this, though, York. Make your time some story time.
Oh, fuck you.
Sure, you'll have to tell me what brands. I don't know everything about this stuff, so.
No, you don't need to feel obligated to support his brands. Come on now, that's bullshit.
Well, if you can get it, a bottle of Lot 40.
There you go.
Lot 40 is pretty much my favorite Canadian whiskey. So.
Yeah, I was pretty goddamn impressed with it. Berserker, if you're not frozen, what are you drinking right now that looks big and black and in your mouth?
And it's gone.
Yeah, I think he's going to drop out. Oh, well.
Yeah, we'll find out what's big and black in his mouth soon enough.
Yeah. Yeah, lot 40 was really good.
Yeah, I like it.
3 olives.
Yeah, 3 olives. Yeah. Like I said, the moonshine, I enjoyed it, but the file was corrupt. I had it on my computer, and I went to edit it, and it was like, and I was like, oh fuck. So.
I mean, truthfully, not to suck you or its dick, but I think three of my top Canadian whiskeys are all Wiser's products: the Wiser's Legacy, the Red Letter, and the Lot 40. Although the Red Letter is way overpriced, but it's delicious.
I don't know. Ewart has nothing to do with anything. He just works there.
He has this poorly placed pride.
I assumed
misplaced pride.
he's in there distilling everything. And he
He's taste tested everything.
Listen, no, hold on, time out. The Weiser's hops, I did taste test one of the early recipes, and I was completely ignored, and they went to some shit that they put on the shelf. I'm listening. but my voice was heard, and the master blender, he did actually agree with me, even though his hand was forced by marketing people.
Here's the thing. He heard your voice, but like when it comes to beer, he ignored you like everybody else would.
No. He actually deferred to me and another guy because they were doing a hopped whiskey. So he actually deferred to me and another guy I work with. He's like, "Hey, what do you guys think? You're the beer guys."
You're like, I don't know hops. I just know if I like it or not. I don't know what they are. What are these? Oh.
All right.
I'm an aged barley wine guy.
We do have a question here.
Ooh.
On the actual Q&A. Someone was smart enough to actually use the Q&A app, so good for you, Brandon Jones. You are
a genius.
You are not one of our regular mongoloids who watch this.
How did he accidentally stumble onto this channel? Is it JTV? This must be JTV.
JTV, must be. It says, "Cheers, guys. On my 4th quad of the night, I was looking forward to the top 10 list." Well, the top 10 list will be next week on Rhino's channel.
Hey, I'll be honest. I was looking forward to it, too. In response to Ewart earlier, believe it or not, my top breweries are all Ontario breweries. Can you believe that?
No. Yeah, I'm calling you out a liar right now, sir.
Bellwoods, Great Lakes, Nickelbrook.
Like monkeys.
Grand River.
No.
I don't want to say Black Oak because I feel like they haven't released anything worthwhile this year. There's this piece of shit
They're from
Tiffany
Michigan.
number 73 or some shit. It was gross. It was totally gross.
And they're from Michigan, Joe, so they can't qualify.
Oh, it's true. Maybe Pennsylvania. We have no idea.
12 bitter years. I'm waiting for it.
That's right.
But so Black Oak,
They did
Bellwoods,
release
Great
Erica
Lakes.
this year, though.
Oh, I got it down. Bellwoods, Great Lakes, Amsterdam, Nickelbrook, and Black Oak.
You got 2 out of the 5 correct.
You fucking lying piece of shit. What? Who
Well, I mean,
else makes
Black
good
Oak
beer?
and Great Lakes are obvious, but the other 3, I don't think you'll guess.
How is Bellwoods not on your lake and Black Oak is?
No,
What?
sorry. I misspoke. Bellwoods
Okay,
and Great Lakes. Black Oak is not on my list.
How's
Okay,
Amsterdam not on? They make like the best beer ever.
Okay,
Amsterdam releases one awesome beer a year and then nothing else the rest of the year. I'm not going to give them one of my top breweries just because they release one good beer in a year, no matter how good
so
it is.
is Cameron's on your list?
It is not. I don't
Black
drink a lot of
Swan?
Cameron's product. No, I tried one or two of their things at the festival, but I'm not going to really give it to a brewery if I haven't actually tried some of their
Get out.
product.
Get the fuck out.
All right. See you later. I'm going to fly away on my helicopter.
What other Ontario breweries? I'm interested in guessing. So Bellwoods and Great Lakes. What the fuck other Ontario breweries are there that don't make shitty beer?
Oh, by the way, Brandon.
You got to
Jones
wait till
says-
next week to find out.
This is dumb.
Brandon Jones says that this is winter is coming. By the way, so it was just giving him his Google name.
Oh, now we know his
What?
identity.
Yeah.
He put it down his 4th quad. Are they all the same quad or are they different quads? And if so, which ones are they?
Yeah, and after like 2 of them, have you been able to taste any differences after that? Like,
Or walk to the bathroom at this point?
Yeah, my challenge to you, Mr. Brendan Jones, is to pick up your phone, check out Google Speech, and see if you can be a little bit more coherent with it than Chad can when he's not drunk.
yeah,
you can.
That's the new scientific test everyone is going to go through now. Oh boy.
Fuck sakes.
So the beer zerker apparently was too occupied with something big and black in his mouth. He couldn't fucking stabilize.
Did yeah, he has a lot of trouble. I think he uses his tablet, and
Yeah.
I think the tablet on the I think it's an iPad. I think Matt has issues with it. I know Greg does. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, even when we were podcasting last week, he dropped out for a few minutes there at one point. So.
Plus,
I mean,
plus
it's
the
gotten
internet in
better on
Alberta is
iPad.
not good.
It's gotten better on iPad, but yeah, there's still bugs in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny when you said something big and black in his mouth. I automatically thought of that scene in Hateful Eight. You know the scene, Lee.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
I am actually going to watch that soon,
gosh.
based on what you guys said or what I've seen.
Well, it's a good movie. You know what I would describe that movie as? It's Reservoir Dogs set in the Old West. So if you like that style of movie, set in the Old West and more violent and lots of N-bombs, you'll like this movie. I think anyway.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
It's like Reservoir Dogs in the sense that it comes off like it could be a stage play, you know, like because it's all basically set in one location for the most part, and it's very talky. But man, when it gets violent, it gets fucking uber violent. Like when he shoots fucking Bob there, the Mexican.
Whoa! Spoilers, bros. I don't know who Bob is, but just spoilers. All kinds of spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Somebody gets shot in a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, spoilers. Damn it! I'll tell you right now, spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. Someone gets shot in a movie.
Yeah.
Someone gets shot.
Yeah, close range. Multiple barrels. It's very nice.
Yeah, this isn't one of those spoilers like The Force Awakens where Han Solo dies. Hey everybody, Han Solo dies.
That's not very nice. Spoiler.
That was a dick move, man.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Come on, who hasn't seen it now yet? Come on.
I know, I've seen it, but if I hadn't seen it, I'd be pissed that you said that.
I have not seen it.
Even I fucking watched it.
Joe fucking hates you now.
But you know what? Fuck Star Wars. That's where I'm at.
Joe, that's the Joe I know.
I'll eventually watch it, but it's whatever. I actually don't want Hateful Eight spoiled, and even someone getting shot still spoils it. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't spoil Hateful Eight.
No, you can't.
There's nothing you can say that can replace the dialogue and the whole.
As soon as I see Bob, I'm gonna know he fucking dies, and I'm gonna be so upset.
Listen, it's like Reservoir Dogs. It means everybody dies. There's a spoiler.
Hey, I haven't watched that.
Nick hasn't seen Reservoir Dogs? What?
No, I actually just bought it like a week ago.
Oh shit!
Oh really?
Hey Greg.
Hey Greg. For 20 years, they should have seen.
City, Reinhardt.
One of those, perhaps.
On top of it, I'm coming for it.
Berserker back. I think he's stabilized.
Refined.
Sorta. I keep freezing.
That's all right.
First Chad.
What were you drinking? What's the big black thing you had in your mouth there a moment ago?
This ESB.
Oh wow, that's dark. Well, it's probably just the camera, but that's.
Did Mash Panel brew that?
No, it's actually an amber. It's just I don't have a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Homebrew.
Okay, that looks a lot better. You can tell.
Brandon Jones says the quads he's had tonight are Unibrews Grand Reserve 17.
Nice.
St. Bernardus 12. St. Bernardus Christmas Ale, and my favorite, Rochefort 10. Holy fuck, man.
How are you not fucking loaded, bro?
Yeah, a lot of those only come in big bottles, so
loaded,
yeah, you must be fucking fucked up.
Those are like all 10+% ABV. It's like, you should be like fucking Lee was when he drank that entire growler of the fucking Russian Imperial Stout from
That's like
whatever.
damage.
Bad Apple, yeah.
Bad Apple, where you fell off your fucking bed and no one even noticed because we were just like, I don't know.
I will tell you, there are a few things in life that make me happier than angry drunk Lee. He just goes on fucking tirades.
Angry drunk Lee with the draw app on.
Shut up.
Oh, it's so good.
That was just mean-spirited.
Sorry.
It kind of was.
Vicious person.
Canadian of me to apologize for, even though I don't fucking care.
Jesus.
Absolutely no fucks given.
Fucking cold-hearted, man.
Oh,
god damn.
Damn. Hey, speaking of cold-hearted, Lee, have you seen The Revenant yet?
I have, and it is fucking beautiful.
It is. I just finished that yesterday. Oh, wow.
That fucking bear attack? Holy fuck, man. That gave me... That actually, like, almost turned my stomach, like, watching that. Like, it was so goddamn brutal.
There's a few scenes where I'm like, I could not watch. I was watching out of the corner of my eyes, through my fingers. It was brutal to watch, man.
Holy shit! Come on, you were.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not that strong a stomach, anyways. But remember, Lee, the Tauntaun scene. Tauntaun scene. Oh man.
Let's just spoil all news. Let's just spoil all the new movies for everyone. That's what I think we should do. This fucking spoil all the new movies for everyone who watches this fucking channel.
I just said Tauntaun. It's a Star Wars reference in The Revenant. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, let's do it. I'm just saying, let's do it. You don't have to beat around the bush and be like, oh, hey, Lee, remember this thing? Right? No, just fucking come out flat out, say it, fuck it.
Yeah, all I gotta say though is like anyone going in to watch The Revenant, I mean, it's not really spoilers because just about everything you go to says in The Revenant that yes, Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets attacked by a bear and is left for dead. And man, that fucking bear attack is.
That's that one with Tom Hardy, isn't it?
Yep, and the bear attack, it is CGI, but you can't fucking tell. Like, it is that good of a level of CGI that it just looks perfect. And apparently they did the stunts, like DiCaprio was doing his own stunts, and he was being swung around on, like, fucking ropes and shit, right, like, through the woods and stuff. Fucking brutal, man. I was like, oh my god, that bear's going to crush his skull, and it's going to show, like, right on screen. They're going to do it. And they didn't do that, but I was like, whoa, fuck, man.
God damn, that smells sexy. Alistair? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
We're turning Nick onto the evil ways of whiskey.
On the hooch.
He's finally joining the light side here. Dark side is beer, man.
Oh, and he's got a Glencairn. Good boy.
Yeah, they sell these at the KV liquor store, so I picked one up.
I hate you.
Wait, you got one, Nate? You got one, Nate?
Oh, I have one. Yeah, I had to order one over on fucking eBay.
How much were they when you ordered it?
I can't remember. It wasn't that expensive.
No, it was like $10 for this. So.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful glass. It's even good for beer too.
Is it? I suppose it would be good for a sampling glass, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually really good glass for just about anything you want to try, spirits or beer. It does a really good job of bringing up the aromas. It's pretty much perfectly shaped, so. And let's see if there's any new messages around here anywhere. Doesn't look like it.
I'd imagine winter is coming. It's probably fucking comatose right now, so he's done.
It was noble of him to manage to break off and actually post like 2 comments before he passed out. So that's pretty good. Totally applaud you on that, sir.
Basically had enough energy to hit.
They are comfortable.
I mean, he was just going heavy on the quads, man.
Let's listen to Greg's conversation in the back. Oh, he's back.
Damn it.
What's so comfortable, Greg?
My headphones. But what's more comfortable is this 2014 Double Tempest going down my throat.
You notice how he changed the subject all of a sudden?
Oh, he did. He always does.
It's like, what's comfortable, Greg? My headphones. Now let's talk about something else that wasn't related to what I was doing.
My headphones are comfortable. Like, you don't believe me? My headphones are comfortable, Lee.
What kind of headphones are those?
I have a box around here somewhere. I don't know. What are they? Oh, what kind of headphones are they?
He just can't. Get the fuck out, Greg. No one cares. Leave.
Oh, now that's classy.
Wow. Hi, Greg. So happy. Hope
you get Crown Royal in a bag, right?
Well, I'm not going to share any of this Double Tempest.
Yeah. Okay. That's the harvest. That's the harvest one, right? Yeah.
Old line box and everything, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's $20 of your purchase right there in the bag in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've been normally selling these Northern Harvest like just the bare bottle, right? And then they come in the case, the case cardboard box, right? They come in these things, so they remove them and throw these things out and put them on stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then I got there. I guess they got a shipment right on Christmas Eve, so they still had a bunch of these still in the package. So I'm like, grab one of these instead, right? I'd rather have it with the entire kit because this is fucking classy.
Of course you want the bottle. Or the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you go to an LCBO, they always have a display saying, all our Northern Harvest rye is sold out due to high demand.
I definitely want to try it. I mean, if someone's...
See, I want to try it, but now I'm worried that, like, you know, in order to meet demand, they're going to, like, cut corners, and it's not going to be as good when you get, like, you know, the next batch of it coming out.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's going to be like one down or some shit.
See, they're probably going to make more of it, right, if it's so popular.
Yeah. Well, they
It's
will,
only
but they're going to...
like $35 a bottle.
I think ultimately it'll be a good thing because it'll just be another sort of step towards like sort of the more traditional Canadian whiskey brands starting to up their game and come out with more interesting stuff. I mean, you saw Canadian Club earlier on with their 100% rye, which is fucking excellent.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
And then there's these other sort of standard brand names. They're starting to come out with more interesting stuff. They're starting to move a little bit away from those gimmicky spiced bullshit whiskeys and stuff like that. And they're going back to more, let's just make really good fucking whiskey, which is pretty exciting. Like, there's actually kind of a little Canadian whiskey revolution going on right now, so it's pretty nice.
Well, you know what, with Scotch prices, either, you know, Scotch, they're going with the no age statement, or the ones that have the age statement are skyrocketing in price. You know, there's a lot of place in the market now for, like, good whiskey that's not insanely priced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think bourbon and Canadian are filling that.
I mean,
acid that this Crown Royal did so well is it's just Canadian blended whiskey, rye whiskey, and it's $35.
Yeah, and the best thing about it, it's like it gets to the point now where it's like, am I going to buy this like really interesting and good version of Crown Royal for $35, or am I going to spend $120 on a leg of Woolen or something like that?
Yeah.
When I don't have $120 to throw around that month, fuck yeah, I'm buying the Crown Royal. And the best thing about it is there's still the sort of bias that all Canadian whiskey is kind of bland and mild, which isn't true at all anymore. But a lot of people don't know that, and they don't fucking buy it. They don't consider it the high quality shit. I mean,
if you buy the regular Canadian Club or the regular Crown, then yeah, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. But if you get a good quality rye, they're fantastic.
Well, last week on BDU, I had the Johnny Walker Black and compared it side to side with the Canadian Club 12, and
there's no comparison.
Club 12 it's not even a comparison, not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just basically you could use that stuff for mix. It's that plain.
Well, that's the thing is, Canadian Club 12. I've had a bottle of that before, and I wouldn't buy another bottle.
Basically, what it's designed for is mix, just like Jim Beam White. Essentially the same kind of purpose, it's that mass market whiskey. It's easy to drink on its own, but you probably do want to mix it with something else.
And that's what I'd rather have, is just something to be enjoyed on its own, because it's really easy just to pour a little bit and have a dram.
Yep. Brandon comes back with another comment. He's still alive. He says, I'm actually feeling pretty decent. I've been sessioning a stockpile of 8% plus beer since Xmas Eve, which appears to have put my tolerance through the roof.
Attack of the liver, until you get cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah, I was going to say, your liver just loves you right now. Not that I'm judging, because I'm sessioning 12 to 14%ers tonight, so.
We who are about to drink salute you.
Wait, whoa, Donald, do you have a lightsaber? What's going on there?
I got a laser thermometer for testing my beer.
Ah, okay.
I know what temperature it's at. 15.7. Did Chad do the top 10 lists and stuff tonight already?
No, there was no Chad. Although he's posting videos on YouTube, so you gotta wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, he's apparently still around, the motherfucker, but or he just sort of post-dated his fucking video uploads too. He could have done that.
Pretty sure he's doing. I think he's having a what do you call it? A beer review night.
Well, he could have just said
like
that. God damn it.
You know, hey, I have my top 10 ready, so we can do this. Let's go. All right?
Yep.
I'd be okay with doing that.
Number 10.
Number 10, Cunahan. Number 9.
Wild
Cool.
Child by Black Swan.
Number 10, Cahooligans. Is that how you say it?
Sounds about right to me.
Cronahans? Coolahans.
Dark Horse, Queen of the Woods, baby.
Yeah, maybe all the vinegar all the time.
It's sour.
I got myself one of those $50 Canadian Winter Solstice 4-packs. We'll see if it's worth $12.50 a beer.
You will. I think you'll like the bourbon barrel aged 40, but I can't, and the barley wine. But I don't know if you'll like it for fucking $13 a fucking 12
I
ounce
honestly
bottle.
don't think so. It's one of those things that I just want to try it. But
No,
I've had the 4D before, but it's been so long wouldn't trust my palate back then.
The last one I had. When's the last time you had it? You were at the bourbon barrel aged 4D.
Trying to think if it was at a festival or not.
Well,
Otherwise,
yeah,
if
we
it's
had
not,
it at the fest, but I had a bottle of it this a little bit before that, and it was super oxidized, like cherry port notes and stuff. But it was fucking awesome. I liked it a lot. It was fucking amazing. But I'm wondering how an older one.
A bottle of it I haven't had in probably a year or more. Usually I just have it on tap if I have it. So. And even still, I don't know if I'd even pick up the oxidation because it's just so overwhelming, the aroma and how sticky sweet it is and everything else. I don't know if I'd even pick out any off notes.
A lot of people say that when it gets super oxidized like that, it gives like a fortified wine, like a type of character. And the one I had definitely came off of like as a sherry type of almost port type of thing going on, and it was fucking amazing. Like it was great. Like if that's a beer that's quite oxidizes, like sign me up every day. I guess I don't know, especially in an old ale, works perfect with the style.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want that like an imperial stout per se, but like on an old ale English barley wine, I think it lends itself well to the other flavors.
Yeah, because then you're just getting that sort of fruitcake character anyway. So it's like
that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. What, the fruitcake? What are we? Orange marmalade?
Orange marmalade, yeah. Orange marmalade all day, baby.
But there's certain old ales if they get too red berry, that's an off flavor, right?
No, that's basically like kind of like I guess it's getting oxidized at that point. I think
maybe that's what it is.
I think
there's like you said, the marmalade side is one thing, but then when it gets like almost like too much like a fruit beer to a degree, where it's almost like it's so fruit forward that this doesn't make sense.
Well, if you think about like sherry and port, they're sweeter wines. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting. Like it's getting to the sweeter side of things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a dry. It's pretty fucking sweet. So I think that's what actually comes off as being oxidized.
I mean, if it goes fucking overboard, like where it actually tastes like a fucking straight up fruit beer or something like that, then yeah, there's probably some sort of problem going on.
Yeah, you can get like like the one I had. I mean, you could get all like the caramel, the butterscotch, toffee, the big sweet notes you'd expect out of a well-made old ale / English barley wine, but it's just like that. I was getting a lot of sherry, and the sherry accentuated those flavors, so it didn't become overly sweet, but it made it way more complex, and it kind of broke up the monotony of here's just butterscotch, toffee, caramel, which are all very similar flavors if you think about it, right? So here comes the sherry in. I thought it actually worked very well, but I think there's probably certain beers that it probably wouldn't work all that well with, and that's where people have an issue with it. So I don't know. It's fucking good. Whatever. I mean, I think Greg will enjoy it. I don't know about Trippa, just because you don't have them in your hands, Greg.
No, I got it. It's in my fridge right now.
Oh, did you drink? You better get on Trippa then, because knowing Kaluga hands, they probably bottled that Trippa like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on my. It'll probably be drank early next week.
From your magical fridge too.
It is not in my magical fridge. It's in our main food fridge, which is colder than my magical fridge.
It's gonna be absolute shit.
Terrible.
Probably will.
If a barley wine or an old ale or something like that, that's strong. If it oxidizes to a degree where it tastes like a straight up fruit beer, something's really wrong going on. I mean, part of the charm of like a Thomas Hardy is that there is some oxidization going on, but it's not taking over the entire beer or destroying the character of it. It's adding something to it, actually. So,
like I said, it accentuates the flavors that are there. Like it just builds everything up, and yeah, I mean, I could see some styles and probably just some poorly made beers where the oxidation takes over and probably ruins it. Speaking of fruit beers, though, Lee, you were at some point because he has awesome access to New Glare somehow, even though he doesn't. You want to try the best fruit beers ever? They fucking holy balls! Just no, I don't. Nope.
Dude, yeah, there's no describing it.
Nope. Whatever fruit beer they do tastes like straight up like the juice and
Jam.
juice jam. Just oh my god, it's so.
It's you know what they are. They're like, Joe. How about this? Compare New Glarus to Shrams. You know what I mean? Because they get the most of the fruit, but they're totally opposite ends of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Because one is like 14%, like a wine, because it's mead, and the other one is whatever base they're using. But it's just what they get out of fruits is incredible.
I think the simple fact, like having that Wisconsin Belgian Red and drinking it and realizing it's a 4% beer, and the amount of flavor and just character that's coming off that beer, it kind of reminds me of like the Stay Classy from Bellwoods, where it's just like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. To be able to get a sub 5% beer taste this fucking great, and it's not that it's super complex. It just doesn't need to be. It's just fucking tasty, and it kind of blows your mind because you're like, when you drink that, every other fruit beer you've pretty much ever consumed in your life becomes just worthless. Like they don't exist anymore because you just don't want to drink them. Because now you've had some of the best. It's like I can't imagine a place doing fruit beers better, at least in North America, than New Glarus.
It's absolutely mind blowing. Honestly, there's like when you have it's like it's a it's like having your first it's like having your first and only of any kind of liquid, right? Because there's nothing that compares to it, and it's just like it'll rock you.
It's like the first time somebody pees in your mouth.
I think, Greg, you're probably the only dude on this fucking panel that's had experienced that multiple times.
Don't judge me.
Wait, you mean the first time someone pees in your mouth with consent involved, right? He's thinking about it here.
Consent? I don't know what that is.
Bill Cosby, is that you?
Oh, no, that's older.
A little bit of the pissing pops.
Oh my god.
I'm going to pee in the punch bowl with the Rufus.
That's funny.
What's number 9 on your list, Ewart?
Shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I can go through my list for fun if you guys really want to, just for fun, just for trolling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before you do that, I'll just get to Brandon's latest comment. He said, did anybody stop by any breweries over the holidays? I made a trip out to Innocente and Block 3 and picked up a few new beers I hadn't had access to before.
Innocente, you don't even need to taste them. Just give them all 10s.
975. Some of them 975s. Let's not get crazy. I mean, they're let's not get crazy now, Greg.
All right, I'm sorry, I went overboard.
Well, did you pay for them or you get them for free?
I clearly paid for them.
Well, then they're 975s.
Well, you're also clearly an idiot if you paid for them.
Well, then now they're 975s.
Because all I have to say is like, hey, I know so and so, and it should be free, right?
Who's so and so? Who's that? I don't know who that is.
I know that bearded Che Guevara looking motherfucker. Give me his free beer.
Yeah,
why is Winter coming?
Now.
Why is he not? Why does he never join? Why do you never join Winter is Coming? Brendan or Brandon?
Afraid to be seen on camera.
No, he does reviews on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. Actually, he
don't
does.
Be afraid of the average Joe.
Or what's that?
Does he still have his channel going? Or did he
I don't think he's posted anything in a while, but a couple months at least. How about that other guy, that the Basement Beer Reviews? Have you guys seen any of his stuff?
No.
Yeah, I've watched some of his videos. I gave him some feedback.
Then again, I don't really watch anyone anymore. So.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Lee, I wanted to if you got the platform here to tell all of your viewers. Number 1, don't send him any more fucking beer mails. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. He's out of the beer game. He's coming back like twice a year, so no more beer mail. Okay? That's number one.
I'm like the Rock at WrestleMania, baby. I'm just coming in for a big paycheck, and otherwise I'm out doing movies in Hollywood, baby.
You're gonna send them beer, only send them like WrestleMania style beers, like big ones, whales.
That's right. You send me the big match, baby. You send me the big money match with the Brock Lesnar's, or the Undertaker's, baby, or the Seth Rollins, or something like that. But you don't bring the Rock back for some more John Cena matches or some goddamn jabroni like that Rusev character, baby, the Russian motherfucker.
Number two, if you do send a beer mail, be prepared to get shit on like your name is Nick Lowe.
That's right. That Nicholas, he is the lowest of the low, baby.
That was one of the best beer mails ever. Nick, oh, what the fuck, Nick? Why? Nick, why? What do you do? Nick, I don't mean anything by it, but Nick, why? What are you doing?
Look at this, Nick, it's off in my hand. I have to reduce beers now. Jesus Christ, baby.
Nick, thanks for the beer mail. Don't ever fucking do it again. Yeah, that's
People didn't get the fuck. Yeah, he's like, people didn't get the fucking memo that they don't have to send me beer anymore.
How dare you fucking send me beer, you pieces of shit!
No, but the cool thing is now I have a new solution to that. Is anytime someone sends me a beer mail now, I just do it all in one fucking night on a live video.
And then Google Plus takes it down because you play music in the background.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try that again.
Seriously, they took that video down?
Well, they muted it.
Not your one. The one that the Jonathan Gibson, the Secret Santa beer mail he sent me. I did that the other day, and yeah, I got I think 4 different copyright strikes. 2 of them muted the video, and 2 of them were just like, oh, monetized by claimant. If they can all just monetize by claimant, I have no fucking problem with that. I don't care. I'm not trying to make money. If they want to make money off it, go ahead. But no, 2 of them decided, fuck you, we're going to mute you. So it's like, well, great.
Yeah, I get so pissed off at the YouTube thing, mainly because it's all freaking automated. Like, I understand at least if somebody actually, a person did it, and then they could, say, they could actually make an informed decision, but it's a fucking computer program that does it.
And the weird thing is, like, I don't understand the copyright strike in the case of what I was doing. I mean, I know it's just an automated thing that picks up a certain sounds from a file or whatever, and it just does a matching or whatever. But it's like, who? Okay, first off, I'm not making any money off the video. It's not monetized. So I'm not making money off anything copyrighted. B, there's nobody out there who's going to take the time to go and download my fucking video from YouTube, sort of scrub through it with like fucking audio technology, take that song out of the fucking video, clean it up, enhance it, bring it back to the quality of like even an MP3, and then fucking try to sell it to someone. No one's gonna fucking do that. So like, where are they losing money at all anywhere? Like, where's the piracy or anything going on with that? It's fucking bullshit.
No, it is idiotic.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's Lee playing the most obscure music. Hey man, that's how you guys get that stuff. It's through like, tape recording, the radio, secondhand, through it's just, right? That's the feel, right?
That's the thing. I tried to play obscure stuff so it won't get a copyright strike, like some shit that no one's heard of since like 1970, and oh no, some fucking asshole in Germany holds the rights to it, so they're gonna fucking copyright strike me and mute my fucking video. You fucking cunts.
You probably fight that back because any
bust up a recording enough to
therefore not part of copyright.
Like if you put other shit in,
Anyway.
you can fuck it up, so it won't do that.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is I played it a little too high that time. Like I had it fairly low when I did Nick's stuff that he sent me, so I didn't get any strikes at all. But whatever, you live and learn. It's not like the Mr. Gibson there asked for reviews or anything. So
I feel like we've lost a piece of art.
Yeah,
like somebody spray painted the Mona Lisa. Like we've lost a piece of culture right now.
No, it wasn't even as good as the one I did on Nick's beers, because at least in Nick's beers I was like making fun of people and bad mouthing other beer tubers and stuff. I didn't even really do that. No, I don't know, Nick.
Did you badmouth me? I don't give a shit anyways.
You're barely a beer.
You
tuber.
fucking badmouth everyone fucking opening it up with trolls right from the beginning, fucking magical friends through dialogue.
If we were gonna do like a fucking beer tuber awards ceremony thing for the year, you would get my vote as best fucking troll channel of the fucking year, dude.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy it.
Hey, you call them trolls like I call them shoutouts, man.
Dude, you have the most immaculately well-designed troll channel out there right now. It's so fucking good that most people watching it wouldn't even know it's a troll channel. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
I agree. It's good times. He came when he first came back again and put up his first review. Like it was just he tore apart Dar without like he said like 4 words. And then he all of a sudden started getting dislikes. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "The fucking mean what happened? You fucking watch the first 30 seconds of your first video? That's what happened. You fucking kidding me?"
I don't listen to what I'm saying. I don't know.
You clearly don't. It's like a 14-minute rant. Like one of your last reviews, you started talking about like Black Friday out of nowhere because of the odd size thing. It was like 7-minute mark was the review. You're almost done, and then 7 minutes later, I don't know what happened. Like those 7 minutes were a blur of Black Friday awesomeness. I don't know.
All I know is I look forward to every Teku Murray fucking video because I get a big fucking laugh every time I watch one. So.
And if it makes you feel any better, I actually have a list of things like editorials I'm going to add into to my reviews going forward. Most of the time it's very impromptu. It just happens to be with the beer I'm doing, but I'm consciously looking out for things to rant about, sort of editorialize, not rant about. So
rant about him.
It's some topics from Ethan there.
Oh Jesus! I mean, like
you got to stay relevant on topics.
Hey, did you guys hear that Mill Street got bought out?
Ooh.
Oh, that's too fresh. Too fresh, bro.
Oh, speaking of
Mill Street doesn't even exist yet. What are you talking about? What is this Mill Street?
I heard Fritz Maytag wants to start a brewery.
We're still buying from Upper Canada right now, bitch. Come on. Basement Beer Reviews actually just made a comment. He says, I pay for my Innocente beers, baby. So there you go.
He's working with the enemy.
I don't know if anyone brought that into question, but...
Well, I did say if you pay for them, does it lower the score? I think the general consensus was yes, it does.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go.
Should I tell you what I paid for their barrel-aged peach saison or something like that at a bar in Oakville? Oof. I felt like it's like buying like Westy 12 in Toronto.
How much was it?
I don't remember. It was over $20.
He's like, I don't. Do you want me to tell you how much was it? I don't remember.
I don't remember the exact price. I don't remember the exact price. It was over 20.
Guys, do you guys want to know how much I paid for it at a bar? Yep, I don't remember.
No, I'm just saying that.
I don't remember.
He was counting on the fact we'd say no.
Yeah. I don't know. It was Westy 12. Maybe it was fucking a Thomas Hardy. That was more than a Thomas Hardy. I don't know. It was somewhere in between 10 and 80. Fucking. Was it good?
Yeah, very good actually. Probably the best Innocente beer I've had. So it was
You
worth
should have sent Dev a message.
I did.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure he cut up all the peaches, didn't he?
I believe he did. That was really good actually.
Brandon just chimed in. He said he lied. The quads have kicked in.
Now this is the time where you want to hop in this chat with your webcam and fall asleep on camera.
Nothing bad will come of that.
No. Nah, you could take it like a man, like Greg, and wake up, 45 minutes into his nap and just turn off the webcam and go to sleep and don't say anything to anyone.
But then I come back. Sometimes.
And then come back. Sometimes you sleep for half an hour, and then it's like, hey, Greg, were you just sleeping? Maybe.
Yeah, last time I fell asleep for like an hour, I came back, I was refreshed, I was good to go till like 5 a.m.
Yeah, you could be like John in Mississauga, I think now, instead of Kaysen, where he fell asleep on camera and snored probably the loudest. Also, Jameson did the exact same thing off camera. Or you could be like Chad and deny everything when it's clear as day that you are sleeping on camera.
I wasn't sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping. Fuck, you weren't.
We have screenshots.
Why didn't you guys try to wake me up? We fucking did. We were yelling at you,
you.
you blind and apparently deaf asshole.
I thought your hearing's supposed to be better.
What's number 9 on your list, Ewart?
Abalor, apparently.
Was Wild Child really number 10 on your list? Yeah, we can see it. Great times.
Never had an Abalor yet.
Yeah, you're talking to us and you're totally muted. It's good times.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, blah blah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Lost control. He's
Okay,
Oh,
there we go. There you go. So yes, Wild Child is not my top 10.
Well,
It's
it
an
should
honorable. It's an honorable mention.
be. Not
I-
honorable mentions not allowed.
Oh, yeah. She's cheating
Case,
already.
number 10 is Casey's Oak Theory. I don't know if you guys have heard of Casey.
It's probably some hipster shit. Boom! Had to use the
It
hipster
is.
word on
It is. Yeah, it's wild as. It was good. No, but number 9, Joe, you'll love this. Number 9 was Founders CBS.
Wow, that's number 9?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Do you want to hear the rest or what?
hey, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, what
Spoiler!
else have to do?
No, he's not going to show up next week. No one was going to care after that.
I'll still show up and I'll have a different top 10.
Yep.
Number 8's Revolution Gravedigger Billy, which is a barrel-aged wheat heavy.
Wow, that was
Which
better than
is-
CBS, bro.
Dude, yes.
I have a bottle of that. Maybe I should get into it then, I guess.
Yes. Well, CBS, I mean, for me, it was like, I first had it and I was really taken aback by how much maple. It was like Acadian Groove, like,
Yep.
but just not. Okay, hold on. But not as crazy maple sugar water, which is what Acadian Groove was basically just maple sugar water. But this was it was a solid base, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was so maple forward. It was almost off-putting at first. So it took me a minute to adjust to that. And I detracted points for that because just I didn't get enough coffee or whatever else. There's just not enough stout there for me. But it's still amazing. So Gravedigger Billy is barely wee heavy. I compare it to Backwoods. 7 I gave to Prairie's Coffee Oakie, which is a barrel-aged brown ale with coffee.
Jesus Christ.
I know, dude, but dude, it's amazing.
How dare you have a top 10 list of your own?
How dare you have an opinion?
Pigeon Hill, Your Mama French Toast, number 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
5.
probably liked it the best out of all of us then from the fest, I'd imagine.
Oh, I loved it, dude. I loved it. 5, Fathead's Hop Juju. My only IPA on my list.
Hell.
4, you'll love this. 4 is Cantillon Foufoune.
Get the fuck out. Can you just leave? Like, we don't need the top 3 because after that, we know where your list is going.
I mean, but shouldn't that be number 1?
That should be fucking number not on your list. That's what that should be.
3 was Oddside's Hazel's Nuts, which is amazing.
Big fan of nuts in your mouth.
2 is here. Talking about New Glarus Fruited Beers. Number 2 is New Glarus Serendipity, and then number 1's Perrin's No Rules.
Ooh. Yeah. That's a good list there for Cantillon. Cantaloons, Cantaroons, Calantaloonians.
So you know what the best thing about it is? Even if I heard this list next week, I wouldn't have known any of the beers on it. So it
You know
wouldn't-
Founders CBS, kind of.
Yeah, I guess I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, we got Matthew on here. How you doing, sir?
Hi, Matt.
He doesn't know.
You're muted without being muted, Matt.
Wait. Matt's
You're not muted on Google Plus, but we can't hear you.
Matt's gonna come up with the alien sounds now and words from the mothership. Hold on. Come on.
Now you can hear me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. What's going on?
He just like magically pointed at something, and now
It just seems like, fucking you turn up the volume.
Yeah, baby. What's going on?
yeah, nothing much. What are you drinking?
I am drinking Heretic Shadowberry Porter from Heretic Brewing, California.
Oh,
Awesome
Sean,
brewery.
I just had that beer last week.
It's one of the better porters that I've had, man. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really easy to drink. That's for sure, man. It's totally
Oh, yeah.
crushable.
Yeah, it was a cool story. It was like it was actually one of the coolest fucking things a brewery ever did. When we had I do the radio show, they were on there, and I was like, hey, I'm like, can I have some fucking free beer, like which I am, and they're like, we'll get back to you. And they didn't get back to me, so I'm like, hey, I talked to blah, 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 and they're like, unfortunately, we can't send you any beer. But they're like, we'll forward this to our Philadelphia representative or whatever. And the dude was like, yeah, he's like, I have family that lives up north of you, and I'm going there for a Christmas party, so if you want to swing by your house. And drops him off. I was like, that's really fucking cool, dude. So it was just cool that they would do that. I don't know.
Yeah, nice.
Well,
What are you guys talking about?
Not a
your
lot.
top 10 list of shit.
Yeah, we're
Fancy
trying to avoid the top 10 thing this week because Chad had other shit. But
It wasn't that exactly what you was doing when I fucking logged in?
Yeah.
So you guys want to hear my top 5 breweries then?
Yeah.
Hey, we might as well.
Really?
All right.
Just
Is one of them Coonahans?
Say Stone 5 times and we're done.
Yeah.
No.
Drop the mic, walk out. Boom.
Yeah. No. Number 5 is Great Lakes from the Ontario Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking Greg, settle down, bro. Settle down.
They have been particularly awesome this year, and they're turning on new stuff, and it's exciting, and it's really good, really well executed. Number 4 is Founders.
Get out.
I know. I know. Better backstage stuff. Awesome shelf turds. I mean, they got Azak has been introduced. Mosaic is all year round. They're canning all day. I mean, beast mode.
Did they come out with the
I thought
Azak is on shelves right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think they were late this month, but we'll probably see it, Matt. You and I probably, I'd imagine, in a couple weeks.
Yep, you just saw it yesterday on the shelf. 3. I'm gonna get absolutely trolled for this. Trillium.
Nah, you fucking monster.
You fucking fucker. Where's your flannel? It's on your hat, you fucking turd. That's.
What was your favorite beer from them? I'm curious.
I had the Mosaic 4-point.
It was so fucking good, right?
Oh my god!
You guys just both get the fuck out, both like right now.
It was so fucking good. Like it was one of those beers like somebody brought like
Angry Joe
to like not a bottle share, but we're just all meeting at a bar and someone just randomly brought it, just like hey, that's not bad. And I'm like, everybody's talking. I'm like on the side, like just pour a little more for myself there.
Yeah, it's really really good. And I had another one. It was the Melcher Street. Is it Melcher? Melcher Street? I don't know.
Melcher, L-C-H-E-R, or whatever fucking.
Yeah, also really, really, really good. I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, I gave the beers in my top 10 are all like 5s and 4.75 or higher. So those are right there, and those are the only 2 I had from them. So on average for the beers I've had from their brewery, they're 4.5 and 4.75. So. That's how they crack my top 5.
That's the thing with them. They're like, I've had like 2 other beers. I was like, no. I'm like, not bad, but I'm just like, there's just nothing there. So there's some stuff there. Like they did a rum barrel aged double that basically tasted like a watered down double with no rum, and I was like, oh, okay, that sucks.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for them to disappoint me and all that, but. I have a PM Dawn that I may have in the next couple of days, which
that's a great beer.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not going to be disappointed anytime soon.
Probably not.
So one of your one of your best breweries, and you only had 2 fucking beers from. What the fuck is that bullshit?
Oh, Lee's pissed.
Oh, Lee's sat down. There's new rules on Lee's channel, bitch.
And I knew this would be a sticking point, and it was a sticking point for me as well. But I looked at sort of the average rating of a brewery that I've had, and I didn't have a minimum criteria for how many beers I had. If it was only 1, well, that's not really enough. Like that, otherwise, it'd be Casey would be right up there, right? But if I've had 2, and I was really excited by having more, I mean, that one you can be a little more subjective with. On the top 10, you just go with the numbers you put down. That's what I went with. I went with data for me. Otherwise, I'm looking at breweries I've had and breweries I want to try more of, and breweries,
I have no problem with that because honestly, if someone said I'd put a Rochefort on their top breweries, I'd no problem with that at all.
But if
they make 3 beers.
At the same time, if Budweiser came out with 2 really fucking great beers this year, and those are the only 2 Budweiser, and they were the only 2 Budweiser beers you had, would they all of a sudden be one of your top breweries?
If I've never had Budweiser before, yes. How could you argue with that? It's like, hey, I've only had a couple from these guys, and but you have to understand, of 5 top breweries, there's probably, Joe, what you say, hundreds of breweries I've had multiple beers of.
Why are you asking me?
Well, because you could say, I mean, you go to any fucking asshole.
I don't know. When I'm thinking, like, here's why I said in the Facebook chat that I could probably maybe come up with maybe 2 breweries at the most that I could cite as best breweries of the year for me, because I had a wide spectrum of beers from those breweries. If you put a minimum beer quantity on there, I could have done a different list, but there was no criteria.
I think what it comes down to is you got to make a list based on what you had, and if you only had a single beer from it or a couple beers from a place, you can only go on your history of this year. I mean, is it your fault that you drank 2 beers from Trillium and they were magical, and you didn't get a chance to try 3 others that were average or worse? No. I mean, I totally agree.
If guys want to go that way,
why don't I just put Hill Farmstead on my list then? Or Jester King, but these are guys I've had beers from previous years, multiple beers from, and they would definitely make my top 5. But they are not new to me. Whereas Founders is not new, but they've had a resurgence for me in the last year versus previous years. So they've, I'm doing sort of a feel for me, like the guys that have really stuck out to me as like, oh, guys that really impressed me this year, guys I want to try more of, because they're really trending well for me.
No, I think we all do that though. It's like the top most positively impactful breweries, not necessarily the best breweries we had, but the ones that kind of made the most impact, I guess you would say.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if I went to Black Swan, one of the best at Chad's Fest, and I only had the IPA and Wild Child, I had no problem putting them in my fucking. I had all 4 of their beers, but if I only had those 2, they're impactful. Fucking brand new brewery, 6 months brand new, and they fucking make an awesome Berliner Weiss and an awesome IPA. That resonates with me because not only do I want to try more of their stuff, but fuck, 2 for 2 right off the bat. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Well, okay. Obviously, I came from a totally different mindset when it came to thinking of breweries.
Well, here's the good thing. Nobody is wrong except for you. That's the way you got to look at it.
That's true. Oh, you know what? It's also about consistency, too, right? Like, I mean, I think the best beer I had this year was the Amsterdam Double Temper 2014. What the fuck else does Amsterdam do? They don't really do a whole lot. So their beer is certainly up there for me.
You're totally smart. That barrel Double Temper is catching up with you, Greg.
Oh, it's catching up with me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I had.
Well, exactly to that point. My favorite beer of the year is Perrin. No rules, right? But they're not even close to my top 5. And they do other good beer, but they've had also a lot of other really mediocre or less than even mediocre beer. So I'm like, well, they're not even.
Well, you see, in that case, you actually have like a full sort of spectrum of what the breweries produced, compared to Trillium or whatever, where you've had 2 beers from them. So you don't know what the rest of their shit is like.
The rest of their shit is amazing.
What you tasted, you know what I mean? So you go off what you tasted. It's not, whether it's one or
you go off of the, what everyone else gives them, rating-wise, because everything is amazing from Trillium. Every fucking thing from Trillium is amazing.
You know what? To be fair, Lee has a very good point, and I wavered with that. I really did, but I really didn't know who. I mean. I'm excited to try more of their shit. That's why I put them in my top 3. I'm like, I can't wait to try more and can't wait to be let down, right? Because my expectations are very high. So
all I gotta say is, if anyone names fucking Steam Whistle as of one of their top 3,
it's number 1 on my list, Lee.
Right now, the Fox Given level on Ewert's list is way too high. Way too high. It's your list, whatever. Just continue on with your mediocre list that no one cares about. Let's go.
Okay, number 2 is Revolution, which I've always loved. Antihero. It's been I'd say it's likely my favorite Midwest IPA, everyday IPA. But then I finally had Gravedigger Billy, and I had Straight Jacket. Oh man, and those 2 were so good. Like Straight Jacket was like a 4.75, Gravedigger Billy was a 5, and like their barley stuff is insane.
Are they starting a revolution in craft beer?
Yeah, just like Stone.
Stone is the revolution.
Yeah, but my number one easily and going away was Oddside. So Hipster, Hazel, Mocha, Scallywag, Morningwood, Mayan Mocha. And that's even before like the regular stuff, which is all very good. So yeah, total homer.
Cool. Nice. That was a nice list. Except for Cantillon and Trillium. Very nice list.
Cantillon. Yeah, Cantillon's my top 5.
Now, what are your worst beers?
Red Racer Copper Ale, Red Racer Pale Ale, Red Racer.
Red Racer.
So you like Red Racer, do you?
No, I do like Red Racer Fresh.
Do you like it 3 months old? No. Oh.
That Red Racer ISA is a fucking phenomenal deal out here for 12 packets. It's a really good price for a half.
I haven't had the ISA. I mean, one thing I'll say with Red Racer is the regular IPAs, typically we can find them pretty fresh out here. That's usually pretty easy to do, but I don't know. Some of the other stuff hasn't been that good. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just the way they're. It's like the first in, first out, and they just ship straight to the East Coast, and then the leftovers are left for the West. I don't know. Interesting. I'm not talking about worse beers anymore.
Again, like we said, it was probably the most disappointing beers more than anything else because, like we were saying, we kind of shouldn't gravitate towards stuff we know we're gonna probably like. So.
Yeah, I mean that's at this point the disappointing I think works well for all of us. The vast majority, anyway. But it also takes more effort to find those or remember those because, like I said, you could give a beer whatever rating you give it. Let's say or however you think about it, it could still be a good beer, but it still might not just live up to whatever your personal expectations were.
Yeah, and that's even a harder list to go to because it's not because if we're going off the same premise of best beers of the year that you had for the first time in 2015, then most disappointing is going to be beers you had for the first time in 2015, and there were beers you're looking forward to or had expectations about. Not beers you've had before that have suddenly like taken a downturn or whatever, right? So, although maybe vintage ales count. Do vintages count for that?
If it's the first time you had that, well, I struggle with that because, like, I could probably, up there put, like, Bourbon County in some of the variants most of the time. But if I had Bourbon County, say, 2013 and 2015's better, I don't know. I still think it's the same beer even though it's, a different
vintage. Because, like, Fuller's, their vintage ale, they change it every year. Like, they change it quite a bit. Like, it's always, like, a different malt and hop bill for the most part.
I'd say that's okay then. I'd say that's okay.
And this year's one was really disappointing to me. Like I still thought it was a really good beer, but at the same time, it was just massively disappointing at the same time.
Yeah, I'd say if they change it, like I mean, if it's a beer that comes out every year, and they're using say if it's barrel aged beer and they're using different barrels, or it's like a like a certain series and they're changing up the hop profile or something. That should be okay. But if like I mentioned, like Bourbon County or like KBS, where it's pretty much the same fucking recipe, there's gonna be slight tweaks because the barrels aren't all the same, and I'm sure they didn't brew the beer exactly because you do it's not like fucking Budweiser where you brew it to perfection almost every single time and it tastes pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some variation, but I don't think it's really necessarily the ingredients that are really doing it. Yeah. I don't know. I struggled honestly with that at the beginning. Same thing with like the top 5 breweries, like trying to think like Bellwoods would be in my top 5 every year, but I don't know. I feel like if they've already been in my top 5 last year, like I don't really want to put them back in there because it just means they still make awesome stuff, but like it should be like top 5 breweries that like I don't know, maybe not even tried for the first time, but maybe has stepped like kind of like you were said with Founders, like they have like they've stepped up over the last year.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think the first time in 2015 really necessarily applies. Like it can apply. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to apply with that category. It can just be, has this brewery maintained its consistency for the previous year, and has it done anything to improve this year that makes it even more noteworthy than it was last year?
Yeah.
So in that regard, like I do have like one or two breweries I can actually talk about, but for the most part, it's just like, oh, I've had one or two beers from whatever brewery this year, but I don't know their full range. I don't know what they're like.
Yeah.
I don't have easy access to them, so I can't sit there and go, oh yeah, I have a definite top 5 brewery list, because I just don't.
Well, for me, one of the breweries that's going to be on my top 5 brewery list is Deschutes. Now, Deschutes has been around.
I was gonna say, why don't we just stop jacking each other off and let's just give our list, and we'll just call this the Albino Rhino next week's spoiler cast.
Star Wars spoilers and
That's right. Star Wars spoilers, Hateful Eight spoilers, and Fearless spoilers. Joe, give us your top 10. Come on, Joe.
No, bro, you better settle that shit down, bro. There's no top 10, baby. There's no top 10. There's maybe a top 43 or something, baby.
This an early WCW where they had a top 10 contenders list for the world title every week, baby.
Yeah, they did, baby. It totally was awesome.
See, I'll tell you, for my list, I personally just decided to keep vintages off it. So even though stuff like Bring Out Your Dead 2015, Double Tempest 2015, it's all good, but it's not on my list. My list is only beers that are completely brand new for this year.
No, I put vintage. I kept my list of every beer. Only beers are reviewed this year, not had, but actually reviewed.
I kept mine to beers I had for the first time. That's what I kept it to. So.
Same here. I just did beers that I've had for the first time this year, and I was really hoping to actually put beers that I'd had before, but like Bourbon County.
You fucking cheater.
No, I didn't cheat. I just
wanted to, though. That's the same thing.
Look at this guy. He's slugging down fucking scotch now. He wants to cheat on all the lists.
I almost considered putting some of the stuff I had last November and December, because when we did, I think, the top beers list, I think we did it in like October or November, because we didn't even do top beers 2014. It was just when we were doing those weekly lists where we were like, all right, this week is the top 10 beers you've ever had, top 10 beers from this year, top 10 beers in this style. We never actually did. I don't recall us doing like a recap, and if we did, it was pretty much just a rehash of what we already said. So
yeah. See, I kept it strictly to like calendar year was posted, not even what I reviewed, but actually what was in the calendar year.
That's what I did as well. It wasn't as difficult as I imagined, but it was still pretty difficult, because I think. I always fail to realize how many good beers I've had. Like I started looking, I'm like, I drank all this shit this year. When was this? I don't remember this. I remember this, but I don't remember it. And that's just, you kind of going like so much just shit I've had at like shares or like splitting it with people and fucking whatever. And some of the stuff I don't remember, but luckily you have Untapped and things of that nature.
God bless Untapped.
Yeah, Lee's favorite fucking platform.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Oh, I love.
Wait,
stuff. It's great.
Lee, before we get off this, I just because I know you love Steam Whistle so much, there's a Instagram page dedicated to somebody who loves Steam Whistle. All he does is post stuff about Steam Whistle. It's called Steam Whistle Lover.
Oh.
And it's just pictures of Steam Whistle stuff.
Well,
and it says collecting
now he's gonna waste all his time
in love with Canada's premium Pilsner. It's hilarious. It's like a.
So where's this person live?
I don't know. All I know is that they followed me on Instagram. I don't know if it's like super funny troll level funny, or if it's. I get the vibe that they're serious.
It sounds like they should be killed either way, just to make sure.
Yeah, but I figured we'd do that.
Yeah. God damn it! Fucking Steam Whistle. Fuck Steam Whistle. Fuck them up their stupid asses. Guy is posting. He just made a post 9 minutes ago now on Facebook saying gin tastes like pine. I like pine. Pine Sol. I like Pine Sol too.
Oh, Pine Sol's a quality cleaning fluid.
Guy, I invited you to this fucking chat. Why are you not on here drinking gin and talking about Pine Sol?
Yeah.
With your stupid fucking glasses. Those new fucking Jesus Christ! Get these on the fucking chat, you asshole!
Didn't he say that Pascal and his wife were over and was going to join later?
He better fucking join.
Pascal a real person? I thought it was like his imaginary friend.
Oh, Pascal's actually real. I got to see him this year.
Oh my!
I mean,
But my God, these new glasses that he showed on Facebook tonight, they have subverted the gayness of the fucking Z-Stem. The Z-Stem now looks like a normal glass, and these things are the fucking weirdest, most bullshit fucking glasses I've ever seen in craft beer.
Wait, we're talking glassware, or what did I miss?
I think you just
Oh,
Did you see the stuff that Guy posted tonight?
No.
Those glasses? No? Okay, well, I'm going to find the picture and I'm going to share it in the chat here
Oh,
because
it's on his Facebook?
it is on his Facebook, yes. There's one picture of him drinking from it where it looks like he's drinking from a fucking juice box. But you go down a post and there's two of these glasses by a fucking Bolshevik bastard. And my God, these are the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Wait a second, I see him drinking from a straw. What is that?
That's not a straw. Well, it is a straw, but it, you know.
not a straw, but it is a straw.
Just scroll down a little bit.
What the shit? What the shit is this? What the shit is this?
A lot of anger.
No.
Ricky
Jealousy. Pure jealousy. What is this?
Jealousy. What? Wait. Whoa. What? No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
How's your Crow glass? Was it worth the $15?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's only 199 that were in existence now. By the way, Bob.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
Oh, did you break one?
No, well, Julian did. Our buddy. He apparently caught it with his foot, but he broke the stem off.
Well, it can still be a stemless wine glass. Why not?
Huh. This has to be made of plastic, right? This can't be glass.
I don't know.
Look at how intrigued you're. He's like rubbing his beard. He's like, "What is happening here?"
That's not the only thing he's rubbing.
Both hands up here, buddy.
How do I get one of these to Lee in a beer mail? How does this happen?
How do you not do that?
You should just send him an awesome, like, fucking glassware beer mail. One of those glasses, a fucking Z-Stem, whatever kind of weird shit you can find. Would be fantastic.
I just posted the link in the chat, by the way, for anyone who's interested in seeing what this fucking monstrosity looks
Jesus,
like.
this is one of the
Only
worst
the
glasses I've
iPad
ever
had
seen.
chat.
Oh
Someone
my
put
god.
that earlier. It's ridiculous.
It's so bad. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Recris.
It's like this retarded fucking Hobbit fucking Gandalf type bullshit.
No, geez, Lee, you shouldn't say the word retarded. The retards get offended when you say that.
Yeah, well, those fucking spackers and speds can just fuck right off.
Hey Matt, did George end up getting any of the bourbon barrel sponge candy?
No. Nope, they were out. No, they're out of that.
You should have told him. I could have got him some.
I know. He's like, he went up there like before like Christmas Eve, but he went up there. His girlfriend lives up there. He was staying with her. He had to get her gallbladder removed. Like shit went haywire. So it was just like didn't talk to him for a couple days. It's like shit's going sideways. So and he ended up going because she was in the hospital, and he's like, "What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to a fucking Sabres game and go to fucking Resurgence." And he went there, and they had the funny part is they had no bourbon barrel aged. They had no regular sponge candy, but they had 2014.
Yeah, no, they did. That's what they had. They were doing flights with the release. You should have told me because I would have bought some and we could have met. I could have met up with them and gave them some.
It was my bad. Like he didn't. I told him about it. He didn't really talk to me about it, and just kind of dropped the ball on it. You know.
Yeah, they actually. It's funny. They had some still in stock until like the Thursday before he came up. From what I saw, I think he said he was coming up on Saturday, the 25th, right? And I think they had some for the 24th.
Yeah. Christmas Eve, I think he went up, yeah.
Did he? They had some, I think they sold out like the day before.
Well, no, he went up to upstate New York. He went the day after Christmas.
Yeah. So they sold out on Christmas Eve, and he got there on the day after Christmas, so they didn't have it.
Yeah, that's just life. It's not the first beer missed. It won't be the last.
No. It won't be. And I like, and honestly, based on what I had, it needs some time. And on top of that, I think
Well, that wasn't very nice. Whoever removed me.
no one
Who did that?
you.
Told
But
me
I'm
I was
sure-
removed from the call.
But I'm sure you saw it because DJ reviewed it. But that's
Yeah, I heard it's good, right?
that is like that's in the mix with Sunday Morning Stout and all that shit. That's what it is.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah, it hasn't showed up here, so I haven't seen it.
that it just came by me, which is retarded because it went to everybody but me first. But the problem is, and this is the biggest gripe. I actually re-reviewed it. I reviewed it. My camera fucked up and it was already open, so I was like, I'm not gonna re-review
Whatever,
it.
Dar.
Yeah. That's a 93 garbage, baby.
No,
And,
it's a 99 plus minus plus 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 minus plus.
Oh, that's what it is. But the biggest problem is it needs to be in 12-ounce bottles.
Yeah, what I saw is a fucking 750. I'm like, dude, it's like a 13% beer in 750. I'm not usually.
Try 14 and pushing 15.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is
that-
fine. Which is fine depending on the style. You know what I mean? Because I don't mind like the breweries, huge beers in that 750 format. I don't mind that. But this, there's so much bourbon in here, and it's not like DJ goes out of his way to say like it's super bourbony like alcohol. It's not. There's no alcohol in it whatsoever. It's so sweet from bourbon. It's like candied bourbon. It's like reduced. You cook the bourbon down, and there's no alcohol left, and it's just bourbon sweet juice.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sweet juice.
Yeah, sweet juice.
What the fuck is juice?
You know what I mean? That's candy juice, baby. But it's so sweet, it's not even funny. But in a good way, like it's not over the top for me. It's gonna round out. It's gonna be fine. But
What was the price point on it? I'm curious. So will it show up here?
I got it at Wegmans. I bought it at Wegmans. That's where I found it.
Fucking Wegmans.
Oddly enough, $16.49. They went half dollar. On it.
Oh, that's fucking great, man. For fuck's sakes. Jesus.
All right, so we're down to like 2 viewers. We're gonna go offline. So if
Oh
anyone
shit, we
wants
can
to,
drop N-bombs.
And we are reading our list and no one can see it.
If anyone wants to tell the 2 viewers have a happy New Year, I don't really give a fuck if they do or not. But if
Have a
anyone else
happy
wants-
New Year, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. And
Love
we're gonna drop off next week. Apparently, our top 10 lists for reels on Chad's channel, BDU.
Except for you.
Except for Yort, he's already exhausted his, so he's not fucking invited next week. Goodbye, everyone. Fuck off. Have a good night.